Okay, so welcome back to Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. In this part, we're going to start off by talking to Judge Danforth. He's the one we were running that errand for, retrieving that ancient relic from Austria for. So, let's see what's up with him. Oh, he just locked himself in his office somehow. I don't even know how that's possible, and we rescued him with a paperclip.
Those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place. It seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course
Awkward.
You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator.
Sounds riveting.
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your
Deirdre?
Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions.
You tell him, Deirdre. Get him, question machine.
Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorn House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property. The deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
At midnight? Spooky.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence.
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence. She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn House?
You'd have to
Yeah,
ask her.
motive
And while you're at
means
it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
Oh, you bet. Question machine.
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. He trusts me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so... Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. but he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Yeah, those guys protesting outside.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
Yeah,
What do you
innocent
mean?
until
What are you
proven guilty.
saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime.
Oh,
It is
so
not
that makes it
prejudice
okay.
when she is the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
So, how did Frances Tuttle pass away exactly?
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
Luminous Infusions. I think I'd like to go there.
Talk to you later.
Miss True, before you go, there is something else I need your help with.
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Yeah,
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh, right.
Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
What? But don't the protesters think something was taken? I don't know about this Judge Danforth. Seems like a pretty sketchy character. Okay. Not sure if there's Deirdre startles me every time. Yeah, so I'm not sure if there's anything else we can do in here. Okay. Let's see. What's this room? Is this the evidence room? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything else we can do in here right now, so let's walk past the protesters again. False judgment. Yeah, they're still going. Okay. Let's cross the town square. Yeah, here's the museum. The Salem Museum and History. Let's go here. Oh, this looks nice. And there's Tegan. Oh, here's the tours.
Let's see.
Nightly ghost tour. I would like to go on that. Oh, hold to look.
Let's see.
Want another one of these candles. Huh. Do we have to go around to the other side to talk to Tegan? Here we go.
Hey! Sorry about the mess. We're in the middle of installing a big showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
We decided
The
to do the Real
protesters.
Witches tour.
Oh. You talked to Olivia.
Oh yeah,
What's with
saw
her getup?
Olivia.
Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course.
What is this a ticket for? Museum? Or the tour?
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though.
Yeah, she
I
won't
was
talk
wondering
to
if I
us.
could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
Question machine. Okay.
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know?
But what is it about?
If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
We came across a protester who was part of the Accused Witches organization. Do you know anything about them?
The poor men and women who were accused of witchcraft in 1692 were killed and robbed under the guise of justice. Because of that, their descendants, the AW organization, have been working to get reconciliation ever since. They even filed a claim for ownership of the Hathorn house.
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem. Feel free to give it a try if you want. It's really fun and completely free.
That sounds fun. Don't
Talk
think
to you
it'll
later.
help with the investigation, but... Oh. Okay, so... You can pick a pumpkin to carve here. Maybe we'll do that later. In the meantime, let's see if we can explore more of the museum. Oh, so this is coming soon, so we can't go there yet. Can we take a closer look at anything? Deirdre's just following us. Like, okay. Yeah, it kind of seems like there's not that much to actually see
Everything
here
you could
yet.
ever want to know about Salem's history, from the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
Don't think we could read any of these books. Oh, here's one. Okay. And so Salem is where it's inspired by the Hebrew word for peace. That didn't really work out as they planned, did it? Yeah, so Judge John Hathorn is one of the harshest judges on the witches, or the accused witches, the AWs. Yeah, okay. So
Sad
here's
that
another
even
book.
children are named in the list of those accused witches, like Abigail Johnson, just 11.
Oh, wow. So it seems like if one family member was accused of being a witch, the other ones might be as well. Okay. And this 11-year-old girl was accused. But at least she wasn't executed. Still probably wasn't a very fun time for her. And a 4-year-old was accused of being a witch. Yeah. I don't know about that. That's pretty crazy. This is just a case of mass hysteria gone really, really badly. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there's anything else to see in the museum that I I can see. So what else can we do here? Can we talk to these randoms? No. I don't think so. What's this? Ooh, is this little luminous whatever?
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
Organic tea. Okay, we'll come back here tomorrow. Maybe it's time for Olivia's tour.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Talk to you later.
Can we...
This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh, so this is a self-guided tour, I think she said, so we have to use the tablet to take us on the tour. So on our checklist there is visit which tour spots. Okay. So how am I gonna know where the tour spots are? Not sure how this works.
Can't use that here.
Okay, it's the courthouse. It's not one of the tour places. How about this? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe the cemetery? That seems like a place that would be on the witch tour. Does the tablet tell us anything? Oh, here we
Before
go.
you stands Abigail Hathorn, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorn himself. Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorn house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent.
Oh, so Judge Hathorn's sister did not agree with what he was doing. Okay. What's this?
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorn estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorn house has since come to represent all the wrongs that were inflicted during the trial.
So it seems
Not
like
yet. There are some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
yeah, so if the Hathorn house is a symbol of all the wrongs committed during the Salem witch trials, then maybe a lot of people who are descendants of the witches would want it burnt down. Okay. Anywhere else that we can go? Not here. Going down that way.
The spot gives me the chills.
Judge Hathorn's grave.
You stand before the remains of Salem's most zealous and conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorn that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorn never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trials.
Oh, so the more witches he convicted, the more money he made. Yeah. Okay, just another random grave. Is there anywhere else? Whoa.
Hey, you reached Carson Drew's home number. For business in...
Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's everything in the graveyard. I'm not seeing anything else right now. What about this? What about this Cromwell
Can't
grave?
use that here.
Okay, nope. That's not part of the tour. Right. Is there anything else on the tour? There must be, right? Doesn't seem like we're done yet.
Huh?
Okay.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
There's this statue in the cemetery.
Little Liberty. A highlight of my tour. Many people come here just to get a picture of it. It is said to
Oh, we
portray
should have taken a
Abigail
picture.
Hathorne helping the accused witches escape the trials. Some even believe that Abigail's ghost still walks the forest surrounding the Hathorne house, her twisted soul now dragging the living into the afterlife.
But wasn't Abigail a nice person? Helping the witches escape?
Talk to you later.
I guess death changed her? I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure what else is on the tour. Can we go back to that Hathorne house? Oh. There's Deirdre glaring at us.
Not yet. There are
No.
some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
Okay, I'm not sure what else we can look at. The self-guided tour is not great. Yeah, I would not recommend this.
Ooh, should we take the witch tour?
No. No, I
Ooh,
really
should we take the...
would not recommend it to you guys. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Oh! Yeah, I'm really not used to this fancy new system where you can actually examine the things in your inventory. Okay, oh, look for the raven and place the tablet over spots of interest. Okay, so we have 4 more stops on the tour. The Salem Sinkholes, Accused Witches Memorial, Unmarked Graves, and a Puritan statue. Okay, let the raven be your guide. Okay, well that's helpful. That's better than wandering around aimlessly. Yeah, so I think we'll leave this part right here, but when we come back, we'll finish off this Ravencroft Witch Tour. Yeah, and then hopefully we can move on to the Hathorne house and search for some evidence there. Thanks for watching.